Hey, my name's Matt. I just want to share with you a little bit about my journey with formulating my sense of identity and worth that's attached to that. As a child, I really struggled with understanding my worth and understanding who I am. I know my older brother was quite put out when I was born. We've spoken about the fact that he did not want me there. I took attention away from mum and I picked up on that. And although we get along great now, as kids there's this tension. My younger brother came along and I ended up being the middle child, and anyone that's lived as a middle child know that can have its challenges. And so through my primary school years, I really struggled with my identity. At school I had some great friends, but there were some awful bullies too. I got bullied quite a bit, and that really impacted again my identity and my sense of worth. By the time I got to high school, I got through year 7 and went through all the body changes you do at that age, and suddenly I was desperate to be popular, well known. I was desperate to have a good sense of my identity and my worth. And there was this guy in my class who I realised everyone knew him, he was popular, he seemed confident. And what I determined as I got to know him was that he'd won the school cross country in year 7. He'd beaten the 100 odd boys in year 7, and that just lifted his status in our community. So I decided if I can beat him in the cross country, I too can live like a king in high school and be well known and have a really good sense of my identity. So my tactic was to get in his head and tell him there's no way anyone can beat you. You're the greatest. You've got this one. Don't worry about anyone beating you. No one can. While I'm preparing in my mind, I've got to do this. I don't think I truly bought into this plan until the race had started. And we're running, and I realise I'm somewhere up in the front group, and so I pushed through, and I think I realised at about halfway around that I was coming third. And the guy just up ahead of me, he was one of my footy teammates, and I thought I've just got to push past him and then go for it. So I catch him and we take this corner, and the leader's about 20 metres in front of me, and he hits a hill, and I realise he's struggling. And I thought, I've got to give it everything I've got, doesn't matter how much it hurts. This is my opportunity. And I went for it. I gave it everything. I ran like my life depended on it. And I got to the top of this long hill and looked back and realised I'd put such a gap on him. He was running like he was already defeated. He had given up. So I go on to win the year 8 school cross country, and I embraced this new sense of identity and status that came with it, and I loved it. But there was something that came with that identity I hadn't planned for and didn't know about. What that was that there were more cross countries to run. I had to represent the school. I had to train. I had to go and race better runners. And as I progressed, I realised this is just getting harder and harder. I don't want this. This identity I've bought into is not for me. It's not what I want. It hurts too much and it's too much hard work. And life can be like that. Sometimes we find ourselves in a job that we never really wanted, and we've got our sense of identity from it, but we actually never really wanted it. Or the relationships around us have formed our identity, but we're actually unsure how that even happened because we don't actually think we're who we're meant to be. That the best place you can formulate your identity is in the Word of God. In Romans chapter 8, it says, those that are led by the Spirit are children of God. Now, I just want to encourage you, if you're not sure if you're led by God's Spirit, if you don't know about this, we want to help you on a journey. We've got a great course called Search to Find, where you can explore the God of the Bible, the God that Christians believe in, and you can come to understand your value and your worth and get a sense of your identity. Because once you formulate a solid sense of your identity, the purpose, the point of your life becomes clear, and you can pursue all that you were designed for. If you do know this is a truth, God bless you. And I encourage you to hang on to the truth about who you are in the eyes of God, the creator of the universe, who breathed life into everything. He loves you and he has a plan and a purpose for you. God bless.